hope you all are doing well. So today we will discuss about retail and restricted license from in pharmaceutical jurisprudence having code BP 505T. I Swati Yadav from Noida Institute of Engineering and Technology, Pharmacy Institute, Greater Noida. So earlier we had discussion about wholesaler licenses. So in this lecture we will discuss about retail and restricted licenses. So, for retail sale, two type of licenses are issued. You can see here general license, restricted license. General licenses are granted to person who have premises for the business and who engage the services of a qualified person to supervise the sale of drug and do the compounding and dispensing also. Okay. So, general license having no such kind of restrictions, this can be granted to the person who have premises for business and who can engage the services of a qualified person to supervise the sale of drugs. So, in restricted license, the license can be given to dealers or persons in respect of drug whose sale does not require the supervision of qualified person. So, you can see here itinerant vendors in exceptional cases of bona fide travelling agent of firm dealing in drugs to a vendor who purchased drug from a licensed dealer for distribution in sparsely populated area where other channels of distribution of drugs are not available. Restricted license may also be issued to a travelling agent of a firm for the special purpose of distribution to medical practitioner or dealers for supply of biological and other special products specified in Schedule C. Travelling agent of licensed manufacturers, agent of such manufacturers and of a importer of drug need not take license for free distribution of sample of medicines to any member of medical professions, hospitals, dispensaries and the medical or research institutions. Though there were different conditions for issue of general license. What are the conditions? So, let us discuss first. Number 1, the license should be displayed in a prominent place in a part of premises open to the public place. So, this point is very important. This point is applicable for all kind of licenses which is going to be issued to the licensee from licensing authority. Licensee should comply with the provision of Drug and Cosmetic Act and the rule they are under in force. Any change in the qualified staff in charge should be reported by licensee to the licensing authority within 1 month. Drug should be purchased only from a duly licensed dealer or manufacturers only. Any change in the constitution of licensed firm should be informed to the licensing authority within 3 months and in the meantime a fresh license should be obtained in the name of firm with the changed constitution. Precaution prescribed by licensing authority for storage of Schedule C and C1 drugs should be also observed, and for the sale of additional category of drug listed in Schedule C and C1 excluding X, the licensee must take prior permission of licensing authority. So, earlier we had discussed about the condition for issue of general licenses. So, now we will discuss what are the different condition for issuing of restricted license. Licensee must have adequate premises equipped with facilities for the proper storage of drug to which the license is going to be applied. License should be displayed in a prominent place in a part of premises open to all public and should be visible to all, should be kept in the with the person of vendor who shall produce the same on demand by an inspector or other officers authorized by state government in this behalf. the licensee should comply with the provision of Drug and Cosmetic Act and rule thereunder in force. So, drug should be purchased only from a duly licensed dealer or manufacturer only. These are the conditions under which the restricted license can only be issued. Licensee can deal only in such drug which can be sold without the supervision of a qualified person. So, only the drug can be sold under the supervision of qualified person. Layman cannot be sell such kind of drugs or any kind of drug which are specified in C, C1 and exclusively if we are not talking about X, in that case also qualified person is required. If the licensee be a vendor having no fixed place of business, he should buy drug only from such dealers as may be specified in his license. Okay. Only they can buy the drug from the dealer those name he had specified in the particular license. Drug should be sold in their original containers only. Before granting the restricted license, the licensee authority may take into consideration the number of licenses granted in particular local area during last 3 years and the occupation, trade or business of applicant. So, before granting license, restricted license, licensing authority must take care about the consideration ki how many number of licenses he had granted in a locality during last 3 years and the occupation, trade or business of the applicant. So, there were different offences and penalties for sale of such kind of drug. If anyone is not following the rule of the license, the restricted license if we are talking or general license, so there were some penalties for such kind of offences. So, number 1, sale, stocking, exhibition or offer for sale of drug likely to cause death or grievous hurt as per second 320 5 years to life imprisonment and not less than rupees 10,000 fine on first offence. Second offence is sale, stocking, exhibition or offer for sale of adulterated drug 1 to 3. In that case, in such kind of offences 1 to 3 year imprisonment and not less than rupees 5,000 fine on first conviction and 2 to 6 years imprisonment and not less than rupees 10,000 fine on subsequent conviction. So, next third offence is, you can say we are continuing second offence 3 to 5 year imprisonment and not less than rupees 5,000 fine on first conviction, 6 to 10 years imprisonment and loss not less than 10,000 rupees fine on subsequent conviction. Sale of drug in contravention of any other provision, so this is also a kind of offence. In that case 1 to 2 year imprisonment and fine on first conviction and 2 to 4 year imprisonment, not less than 5,000 fine on subsequent conviction. So, last offence is failure to keep record or disclose required information, imprisonment up to 1 year or fine up to rupees 1,000. False warranty to purchaser, imprisonment up to 1 year and or fine up to rupees 5,000 on first conviction and 2 year imprisonment or fine or both on subsequent conviction. So, use of government analyst report, if anyone is using the government analyst report या controlled drug laboratory report for their personal advertisement or you can say for advertising, So, fine up to rupees 500 on first conviction and imprisonment up to 10 years or fine or both on subsequent conviction. So, let us discuss next labeling and packaging of drug as per DNC Act 1940. So, legal requirement for labeling of drug are as follows. As we all knows ki if any packet having did not contain any kind of label, so we can consider illegal product. We cannot sell them, we cannot pass them for further procedures. The particular product can be cancelled. So, there were some legal requirement which we had discussion in previous slides also, name of the drugs previous lectures also. So, the labeling consists name of the drug as we all knows, official name, trade name, name of manufacturer and his address along with the license number and batch number also, ki in which batch this particular drug has been manufactured. So, batch number is also very much important, because if batch number is given there, if any kind of problem is going to be created in future, suppose that if any harmful effect, adverse effect is going to be shown, or any physical, you can say physical incompatibilities are going to be shown in particular packing. So, with the help of batch number we can identify the whole drugs which has been manufactured in particular batch number, and the whole drugs and packaging of drug should be kept aside for further testing. Potency, standard, grade, dose, etc. should be expressed as ml, grains, units, etc. Net contents by volume, by weight and by number can be denoted. Manufacturing and expiry date according to schedule P and C drugs should be only. Okay. Precautions for handling, storage, sale of drug, sale or usage. So, these all are the necessary requirements, legal requirements which is needed to be mentioned on the label of any kind of packaging of drugs. Special instructions should be also mentioned there, may be there, such as for veterinary use or physician sample. So, these all are the special instructions that must be noted over there. Okay. Special labeling for drug for export, dispensed drugs. So, these are all the special labeling should be noted there. For schedule G drugs, there should be a caution that must be mentioned over there is, it is dangerous to take this preparation except under the medical supervision. This must be taken under the medical supervision and must be sold by the you can say by retailer only by seeing the prescription by the consumers. For the schedule H drug, there should be a warning mention to be sold by retail on prescription of registered medical practitioner only. So, for schedule G, for schedule H, these are all required legal requirement on label. If we are talking about symbol RX, as we had discussion earlier also, symbol RX is a prominently mentioned on left hand top corner of the label, symbol NRX prominently on left hand top corner for narcotic and psychotropic substances should be mentioned on the top on the left corner. Okay. Schedule X drugs, schedule X drug warning is mentioned there to be sold on prescription of registered medical practitioner only. Symbol XRX in red on left hand top corner should also be mentioned for antibiotics. Okay. Ophthalmic solution suspension or for ointment used within 1 month after opening the container. So, it should be mentioned over there on label. For And for, you can say, if we are talking about ophthalmic use, so there must be mention for ophthalmic use, not for you can say not for injection. Name and the concentration of preservative if used should be mentioned there. Special instructions regarding storage wherever applicable according to you can say schedule P should be mentioned there, and warning if required is mentioned there is if irritation persists or increases, discontinue the use and consult the physician as soon as possible. It should also be mentioned on the packaging and labeling. Do not touch the dropper tip from which ophthalmic preparation is going to be dropped into the eye or the other dispensing tip to any surface, since this may contaminate the solution. As we all know ki our injection, ophthalmic preparation, these are all the sterile product and should be free from dust and microorganisms. Labeling and packaging of drug as per Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940. So, for cosmetic, if we are talking about cosmetic, what are the requirement necessary? On both inner and outer label, it should indicate name of the cosmetic, name and address of the manufacturer. On the outer label, it should indicate the net content of the package. Such a statement need not appear on the label if net content does not exceed 60 ml per 30 gram. Okay, if the if the net content does not exceed this amount, so it should indicated that net content of packages. Okay, if we are talking about the outer label, so net content of packages should be indicated, and such statement not be appear on the label if the content amount is less than 60 ml per 30 grams. On the inner label, it should indicate the proper direction of safe use, warning, caution or special direction, and the names and contents of ingredients that are poisonous or hazardous. The label in addition should indicate batch number only if the content of cosmetic is more than 10 grams or 25 ml. In case of soap, instead of batch number, the mouth and the year of manufacture of soap shall be given on the label, and manufacturing license number proceed by letter M. If package or container of cosmetic has only one label, it should contain all the information required to be shown on both inner and outer label as well. Okay. If veterinary drugs are going to be packed and labeling, so there must be noted, there must be mentioned there for veterinary use, not for human use, for animal treatment only. Such kind of note should be notified on particular label and package. Head of any domestic animal packaging of drug specified in Schedule X, the drug should be specified in Schedule X, can be marketed in packaging not exceeding. Okay. So, any you can say any narcotic and psychotropic substances, if any packaging is containing, so it must not exceed 100 unit doses. In case of tablet and capsule, should not exceed 300 ml in case of liquid preparation, and should not exceed, if containing narcotic and psychotropic substance, 5 ml in case of injection. Okay. So, these are the different you can say labeling and packaging requirement, as well as offences and penalties for sales of drug, and there were different conditions for issuance of general as well as restricted licenses. So, I am again going to summarize you about general license and restricted license. General license we will again discuss ki what are the general licenses. Basically, general licenses are granted to person who have permission for business, who have engaged the services of qualified person to supervise the sale of such kind of drug and do the compounding and dispensing also. Restricted licenses, these are the license, these both licenses are, they comes under retail sale only. Okay. This can be given to dealer or person in respect of drug whose sale does not require the supervision of qualified person. So, there were some different conditions for issuance of general licenses as well as some different condition for issuance of restricted licenses. The license should be displayed in a prominent place in part of premises open to the public. So, this point is applicable for all types of licenses which is going to be issued by licensing authority. Licensee should comply with the provision of Drug and Cosmetic Act under the rule they are under in force. Any change in qualified staff in charge should be reported by licensee to licensing authority within 1 month. Drug should be purchased only from a duly licensed dealer or manufacturer. So, these are the different conditions which is for issuing of general license. Issuing of restricted license, there were some different conditions. So, as we all know ki licensee must have adequate premises to equipped to give the facilities for proper storage of drugs to which they are going to be sale and for which they are going to apply for license, and the licensee should be displayed in a prominent place in part of premises open to public or should be kept with the person of vendor who shall produce the same on demand by inspector or other officer authorized by state government in this behalf. Licensee should comply with provision of Drug and Cosmetic Act and rule thereunder in force. So, the condition is the licensee can deal only in such drugs which can be sold without the supervision of qualified person. If the licensee be a vendor having no fixed place of business, he should buy drugs only from such dealers as many specified in his license. Drug should be sold in the original container. This is the condition when license is issued, restricted license is issued. For granting the restricted license, the licensing authority may take into consideration the number of licenses granted in a locality during last 3 years and the occupation, trade or business of the applicant must also take care while issuing the license. Offences and penalties, we had discussion also ki there were different kind of offences. If anyone is doing so, such kind of penalty will also be taken for sale of such kind of drug according to DNC. Sale, stocking, exhibition or offer of sale of drug likely to cause death and grievous. So, in that case 5-year or life imprisonment and not less than 10,000 fine. Sale, stocking, exhibition or offer for sale of adulterated drug. So, 1 to 3 year imprisonment and not less than rupees 5,000 fine on first conviction and 2 to 6 year imprisonment and not less than rupees 10,000 fine on subsequent conviction. Sale of drug in contravention of any other provision, 1 to 2 year imprisonment and fine of first conviction and 2 to 4 year imprisonment and not less than 5,000 fine on subsequent conviction. Failure to keep record or disclose record information, so imprisonment in that case is less up to 1 year and fine up to rupees 1,000 only. False warranty to purchase an imprisonment up to 1 year and fine of rupees 5,000 on first conviction. If again he is doing 2 year imprisonment or fine or both on subsequent conviction. Use of, if anyone is using report of drug analyst, report of controlled drug laboratory for their advertisement, in that case fine of rupees 5,000 on first conviction and imprisonment up to 10 years or fine or both on subsequent conviction. Labeling and packaging of drug as per Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940. So, name of manufacturer, name of drug with official name and trade, these are important. Potency, their standard, their grade, dose, these are must be expressed in ml, grain, unit, etc. Net content must be noted by volume, by weight or by number. Expiry date should be there. Precautions for handling, storage should be mentioned there. Special instruction should also be mentioned if the particular drug is going to be used for veterinary, or you can say if particular drug is for sample. Okay. So, these all are the special instruction must be noted there. For schedule G drug, for schedule H drug, the cautions and warnings should also be mentioned, and symbol of RX should be mentioned on the left top corner, and symbol of NRX should be prominently mentioned on the left top corner for narcotic and psychotropic substances drugs, and schedule XRX should be also be noted, and schedule X drugs, the warning should be noted there is to be sold under the supervision of medical practitioners, to be sold under the prescription of RMP only, and symbol XRX in red on left top corner should be also mentioned there. Ophthalmic suspension and ointment use, if there is, then should be mentioned, use within 1 month after opening the container, and for only if ophthalmic use, so there must be written not for injection, their concentration, their name should be noted there. If any preservative is used, okay, a special instruction regarding storage where applicable should be noted. Warnings must be noted there if any kind of irritation is going to be persist while putting the drop of ophthalmic dose into the eyes. Should be consult immediately to the physician, it must be noted there. Do not touch the drop tip or other dispensing tip to any surface, since this may contaminate the ophthalmic solution also. So, labeling and packaging of cosmetics, this contain some different kind of instructions on both inner and outer label. It should include name of the cosmetic, address and name of the manufacturer. On the outer label, it should indicate the net content of package. If net content does not exceed 60 ml per 30 gram, it should not be noted on outer label. On the inner label, it should indicate the proper direction of safe use, warning, caution or special directions, and the name of content of ingredients that are poisonous or hazardous. The label in addition should indicate batch number only if the content of cosmetic is more than 10 gram or 25 ml. In case of soap, instead of batch number, the month and the year of manufacture of soap shall be given on the label, and manufacturing license should be preceded by letter M. If the packaging or container of cosmetic has only one label, it should contain all the information required to be shown on both inner and outer label. Okay. The veterinary use, not for human use, for animal treatment only, these all must be noted over there. The drug specified in schedule X can be marketed if in packaging it consists and it not exceeding 100 unit doses in case of tablet, 300 ml in case of liquid preparation and 5 ml in case of injections. Okay. The references here given is Forensic Pharmacy by B. Suresh, Birla Publication Private Limited, and textbook of Forensic Pharmacy by B. Mittal Vallabh Prakashan, Delhi. Thank you so much.